In this video, I'm going to talk about the fingerings behind the Group B major scales. So these are the A flat, E flat, and B flat major scales. So let's start with A flat major. Now the tough thing about all of these Group B scales is that they involve more of a mixed combination of black and white key notes. So for instance, A flat major has these two white keys in a row. This is different from the Group A scales, which all were black keys with a single white key. That was always the place where you put your thumb and offered the opportunity to do the cross under of the thumb. Now we've got situations where there are two or more white keys in a row, and that's going to complicate the usual fingering patterns a little bit. So let's look at A flat major right hand first. We start with the second finger, and now we're at the black key to white key transition. I bring the thumb under to the C. This is all as usual, as we would normally expect. Second finger on the black key, third finger on E flat, again switching to white key, but now I've got another white key in a row. I've got G here, so I use the next finger, and now I'm at an octave on A flat. Notice though that I'm on the third finger, whereas when I began the scale, I did it with second finger. Now the reason why I do this is because when you start out a scale, generally speaking, you start with your second finger if you're on a black key. This just allows you a little bit smoother and easier of a thumb transition for the first one. But it means that when you're at the next octave, you're on a different finger than you started that A flat with. I continue to fourth finger on B flat, make the transition here to the white key, transition again. Okay, now again I'm on third finger just as I was in the second octave, but not at the very beginning. So now I'm going to come down the scale. Here I'm going white key to black key, bring third finger over, which allows me to land on the white key C there. But now I'm going to come over to fourth finger because I want my thumb on that F, the final white key, before I come back to a black key and bring another transition over. Now to finish things off, I'm actually going to go to third finger rather than fourth, which is what I would do if I was going to go down further, which makes a smoother and easier transition or ending of the scale. So that's the right hand. Let's talk left hand. Left hand is going to start with third finger on the A flat. Arrives on white key with thumb, preparing for the transition, but I'm not going to transition to third finger, which would end up with my thumb on this new white key, because remember I've got a second white key to get to. So I transition to fourth finger, which allows me to end thumb on the last white key before I now have to make another transition. Notice the fingering works out much more logically. Once I get to the top, I can just use second finger. Don't bother with third finger, it's easier to just do that. Then I come down, black key to white key, black key to white key, black key to white key. So the left hand on the A flat major is a bit easier to conceptualize than the right hand. Let's go to E flat major now. So E flat major, here we are. Starting on second finger, but immediately making a transition to thumb because I'm going black key to white on the way up. Two white keys in a row, just keep walking my fingers up. Black key to white key transition, thumb, two white keys, keep going, second finger, third finger. Notice again, this is just like the A flat major scale where I began it on second finger. Now in the second octave, I'm on third finger E flat. Perfectly fine, that's the way you want to do it. Black key to white key, make the thumb under transition, black key to white key transition, and now I'm at the top. Bring it back down, fourth finger here because I want to arrive on this white key with thumb, allowing me to go thumb, white key to black key, and down. All right, let's take a look at that in the left hand. Just like the A flat major, the left hand is a bit simpler. Starts on third finger E flat. That arrives me with thumb on G, ready to cross over for the black key A flat. Fourth finger, because I want to end up with thumb on D, ready for the transition to that black key. Just like A flat major, I've got just one note left to play. Rather than transitioning to the third finger, if I was going to go further, I just use second because it's a little simpler. And then I bring it back down, black key to white key, black key to white key, black key to white. Again, very much like A flat major. In fact, might be exactly the same. Didn't think about that. All right, let's look at B flat major. Last one here in group B. Started on second finger, make immediate, this is right hand, second finger on B flat, immediate transition to thumb, 2, 3, black key to white key, transition, okay? But now I've got a whole bunch of white keys in a row, so I keep using the fingers that I've got, walk my way up. Now I'm on fourth finger on B flat, whereas I started on second finger. This is sort of the biggest discrepancy of all these scales, is in this one. Okay, I'm fourth finger, but I can easily just cross over to get the second octave, white key, cross under. All right, and I'm not going any higher, so I just bring it down. Third finger on E flat allows me to end on this white key to get the transition. Okay, and then the left hand again is just like the other ones. Start on third finger, white key to black key, bring it over. Third finger again, same as the first octave. And now I just use second finger because it's far simpler. Transition, 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 and I'm done. So a few little things to think about and to worry about in this one. I'm going to talk about one of the scale, and that's the F major scale. Now this one doesn't really group well with any of the other ones. I call it group C minus because it's a lot like the group C scales, but it's a little closer to the group B scales as well. The right hand basically follows what we've been doing. We're going to start it on thumb, on 1. When I get to the black key, I'm going to make the transition. And now I've got a whole bunch of white keys in a row. I don't have enough fingers to play all of the white keys that I need. So I'm actually going to do a transition here so that I re-begin on F with thumb, just like I did in the first octave. Transition, and now even though I'm not going black key to white key, I'm going to bring the thumb under. Okay, that's what makes this one a little bit tricky. Let me move this down an octave. It doesn't seem like I need to make a transition, but I do in order to set up a similar pattern in the second octave. Now let's go down, crossing over to 4 so that I land on Do with thumb, and now I transition back to third finger so that I have that thumb on white key ready to transition to black key. Now the left hand of the F major scale uses the exact same fingering as the group C scales, which we're going to talk about next time. So it's a pretty simple one. It starts on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I ignore the black key to white key transition here. I don't do anything special. Now I transfer third finger over, 3, 2, thumb on F. Now remember I had pinky on F the first time, I had 5 on F. So what I need to do now is a transition to 4, which is going to allow me to arrive on C, just as I did in the first octave, before going up to the top. So let's see that again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. But now 4, 3, 2, 1, so that I have C again under my thumb, and then 3, 2, 1. Bringing it down, thumb comes under to have that same C as the pivot point there. And then I transition again to F, all right, so that I start in the same way that I did up at the top. Transition to C. Okay, so this is the group B and what I call the group C minus major scales.